great. Hey, look at this. Disbrew just shared this, and I believe it. This is totally true. Prejudice views linked to dislike of diverse Star Wars characters. This is apparently a real scientific study.
Oh, no.
From the British Psychological Society.
Oh, they're trying so hard.
You are racist.
That is from the 23rd or April 2023.
So, still funny. This is a scientific.
You had me for a second there.
This is a science journal that published this.
It's funny how, as a Star Wars fan, I wasn't a racist until Disney took it over.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that there's any actual science involved in Star Wars now.
Everybody in this chat is a racist.
You're all racist.
Science says all of you are racist.
You have to believe the science now.
That's right. Believe the science.
Look, if you won't accept a black Snape, you are a racist.
God, that makes me so mad.
Oh, balls. You want to break open that?
So mad.
Oh,
Monica's mad at me because I didn't make a video. I was too upset. I was too mad to make a video.
I just want him to look like Ike Turner. Like I want him to have the perm, like down to his shoulders and shit.
They're gonna give him dreads like that.
I know.
We'll get the black Snape, but first, since
we
were talking about relationships, I did pull this up because I thought it was interesting. So Tinder's gonna roll out an AI wingman.
Oh dear God!
And write your messages and shit.
Dating apps scare me. Like, I do not get on dating apps. They scare me. Nope.
Can you even get any more like disingenuous?
Wow.
Like they are Tinder's already, and like these dating apps, I find like the people only put the greatest looking pictures with filters and all of this kind of shit up.
If some girl just has like her face zoomed in on, she's fat.
I've been catfished twice on Tinder.
Yeah.
Wait, so does this go both ways? Like, can the guy and the girl both use the AI? So it's just AI having conversations, and they're
AI. Yeah, that's right. Could you imagine? You're just sitting there reading these messages between.
I was just going to say, cut out the middleman, and sooner or later, men are just going to start having sexting conversations with the AI. You know that, right?
That's probably already happening.
I'm sure it's already
happening. Probably.
I guarantee.
In fact, on OnlyFans, some of these women use chatbots now to respond to people, or they pay somebody to do it. Like half the time, you're not even talking to them.
No, you're
probably talking to their assistant or a bot.
No, the problem with Tinder now and Bumble and stuff is that it's overrun by OnlyFans people. And a lot of them, what they do is they just basically they'll match with a guy, and then it's not even the girl talking to you. It's just them trying to coax you into signing up to their OnlyFans, or like their Snapchat or something, which then leads to the OnlyFans. So most of the time, this online dating stuff, that's why it's cooked, because it's not even like a thing anymore. It's just a business transaction almost for OnlyFans people.
It used to be so good, though. Like, dating apps used to be so good, man. I've had a lot of success with dating apps, man. I'm telling you, like, they were good back in the day.
You were a good-looking guy, too, though.
Yeah, just go and say hello, 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 hello. It's like fishing. You get a response eventually.
Eventually you get a response.
Yeah, well, that's why for dudes, you've got to swipe right to everyone, no matter what.
Well, it's a crapshoot for dudes. Like, it is the worst situation for dudes ever.
Play the odds.
It has made it too easy for women to get laid, and then they wonder why they can't find a decent relationship.
Why are you just saying hello? Why don't you what is it, a job application?
I don't think they want relationships.
Yeah, why don't instead of saying, hey,
they say they do stuff, but I think you're right. Like,
but they're making like they're doing so many things against them because
exactly.
Have you seen like the ick lists? Women are just complaining about any little thing now. Like, this guy gives me the ick, so I'm not gonna date him past like date number 2, or I need to eat, so I'm gonna do date 3, and then just that's it. I'm not gonna talk to him anymore. Like they're using men nowadays. It's
you know what? I'm gonna put y'all on game for the fellas out there watching this right now. So if you are online dating, if you see in their profile where they say they love to travel, that is code for they are looking for a dude with money. So just go ahead and skip past her. If they say I love travel, it doesn't mean they love to travel. They means they're looking for a guy who will pay for
ride.
So get the hell out of there. Secondly, the ones that say they don't hook up, or they're not looking for a hookup, they're looking for a hookup, but not with you.
I would say I love to travel too. Where are you taking me?
Yeah.
No, you know what? Don't even apply or
No,
or,
I know.
Yeah. Don't reply.
Well, no, this whole thing is because of the whole feminist
That's
movement. That's the problem. Because you guys are right. What you guys are explaining is that what used to be the normal traditional setting for, you know, millions of years, basically, at this point, or however long we've been on Earth, for at least thousands of years that we know
32 for me.
Yes, I know. But I'm talking about as a species.
75 for me.
Okay. You are not that old.
I'm 75 years old.
You lying motherfucker. He's a Highlander. Like, the whole idea of changing the idea of the dynamics of what a relationship is and what a man and a woman bring to a relationship and having a family has gone out the window. We've said this how many times? And that's the biggest problem with this, because women can be picky and choosy about certain things, and then they wonder why they can't find a decent
up to
man.
up to a certain age, Tom. Up to a certain
age, you're right, but it doesn't matter as long as they look. Look, this is the problem. This is where it went out the window. You say that now, but you'll be fat shamed before you know it for too long, man, for not dating the right woman. Because sooner or later, you're just lucky you're a good-looking guy and you can bat them away, and they know they.
But I also date within my range, man. Like, I don't date any women under 40. Right, like that's because
there's that too. That helps. So there you go. I mean, that's another aspect.
I stay appropriate. Okay.
The thing is the rules have changed, and they've all gone in one direction for women and the other direction for men. We are in a position now where we have.
Women are always going to want a guy with resources.
Always.
And that's just how it is because of like the factor that that's just an evolutionary thing with the baby.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's an evolutionary.
But you want a guy that's, going to stick around and be able to provide.
That's not what women think they're looking for anymore, though. That's the problem. That's what I'm getting at, is they have been reprogrammed. And that's the problem, is the whole family dynamic and the reason of getting married and having a family and settling down and all this shit has been thrown out the window.
Well, that's why.
The main problems.
That's why when women reach a certain age, they're crying in their cars on TikTok saying like, "I'm so successful. I just want a relationship." Blah blah. Because they've had their fun, right? So now that instinct kicks in, like, "Oh my gosh, I'm this old and I don't have security. I don't have a husband. I don't have a family. I don't have." So that evolutionary instinct kicks in, and they're trying, but they've already wasted all of their dating years. Sleeping around, doing all this crap. So now they've realized I'm alone.
And this is how the red pill was created.
Yeah.
Right?
What up, Gary? Chris?
This is
I
how
see
the
you
red
guys
pill
in the
was
chat.
created.
Ladies, I have my own house.
That's actually
I do too. It doesn't make any difference.
But it doesn't do anything. It doesn't change a damn thing.
No.
That's not true.
Because my potatoes are mashed potatoes. Think.
Rhino, Rhino, you live where? Don't you live in the middle of nowhere?
It's because you smell like blooming onions.
No. Oh, because I smell like blooming onions and I drink Foster's piss for beer.
Hold on a second.
You are a single guy. You have your own house.
Yeah, I've got my own mortgage.
You should be laying pipe every night, dude.
It's not as easy as you'd fucking think, man.
The problem is, with how the cost of living is right now, if I was to find a date, I would invite her over for bacon and eggs on toast. And that would be the end of the day. I'm like,
see, and Verbal needs to understand he lives where there's like women are 4 to 1 to men
house,
too.
I've got my own car. Like, I'm paying off my mortgage.
I've heard some stories about those Australian women.
But all my money just disappears.
Yeah, but it all depends on where he lives, dude.
Well, I knew some army dudes, or they would go. They were in the Navy, and they would go to Australia, and they talk about these women are just throwing their numbers at them.
Yeah, because they're American.
He said they would go to the bar, and no one would be talking to the women because the men would be like, they'd be pushing the tables apart to play rugby in the bar, always talking about rugby, and they're always ignoring the women.
And even if I'm wrong on that ratio, you have to account for the fact that most of the gay people and trans people in the world live in LA. So you're not even dating any of those folks. So they're not dating women that you're trying to date. So there you go. So the competition is so slim out there compared to what it is everywhere else.
I've never had any of these troubles.
Because you're probably a good-looking dude.
I'm really tall. That
helps. That helps a lot.
Dude, back in the day when I was actually dating and stuff like that, I
feel like I'm back on the whatever podcast.
Yeah, I know.
I probably would have these problems.
We haven't touched on one topic outside of RoboCop, I think.
100% you would, Flash. 100% you would. Because the thing is dating now is completely different to dating what it was like when we were in our like 20s, dude. Like,
well, I'm also not afraid of women, and a lot of dudes are.
I'm not afraid of women.
I think
Six is asking a very pertinent question.
Afraid
to approach them.
That is not
true.
true.
Know how Flash. They're not
afraid
of them. They don't have those social skills to do that.
That's the problem.
But does Rhino have a human-sized litter box?
They use Instagram. They use Snapchat. They don't know how to approach women. It's not that they're scared. It's that they don't have the social skills to do that.
Dude, when right before the apocalypse, right before COVID hit, I was bartending, and I'm telling you, I would sit there and watch as men would come in the group, sit together, while another group of females were on the other end of the bar, and the men would just sit there and drink with themselves. I'm like, guys, what are we doing here? You could drink at home. You're at a bar. Why are you?
Yeah, you told that story to us.
Half of it is more so that men don't know how to approach women, because all you do is, if you give one woman the creeps now, she can slap you with a rape charge.
That's true too.
Dude,
not only that,
a woman in a bar.
Hang on. But not only that, with the way it is now, it's the extent of the embarrassment of the rejection. So hang on, let me finish. Let me finish for a second. Let me finish for a second. You, even if, let's say, you're not even online, you're actually out at a bar and you approach a chick at the bar. She's there with her friends and everything, and she does shut you down. Now, I don't have a problem approaching a chick. I don't have a problem being rejected by a chick. But when you get rejected by a chick in this day and age, and they're like, are you serious? Look, this guy thought he could have me. And then all the friends, and then the entire bar, half the bar gets bought into your rejection.
That has always been the case, though. That's always
you have
been
someone
the case.
pulling out their
There's no
phone
kindness anymore. There's no like, chicks don't care about men anymore. You ask them on the street.
Now, hold on a second. Now, also consider it. I'm going to get so much hate for this, but kind of consider it in somewhat of their perspective, because most, especially if they're average, even like a remotely good looking, the women get hit on all day, every day.
That's true.
It probably gets a little annoying at some point.
Oh, I'm sure it is. And I mean,
it's like that Chris Rock skit.
Chris Rock
anytime a guy's doing something good for you, it's, let me get the door for you.
Going back to what Steph said, though, man, like, here's the thing, and she didn't say this word, but I'm going to say it. They don't have any game. Guys say they have no game, dude. Like, there's a way to talk to a woman where you're hitting on her where it doesn't even feel like.
See, now I'm feminist Flash. You see?
No. But you gotta know how to hit on a woman, man. You can't look.
No, you're right, because that's why somebody as ugly
Woke
and
Flash.
fat and broke as Cecil can get a girlfriend.
Yes, you just gotta know how to do it.
Cecil got a young girl too.
I know.
Sure, he did.
I'm telling you,
Cecil's also
changing her diapers.
that he
in the
made
past.
himself out to be too.
Cecil's like he's jacked up. Like
No,
I don't know if
Cecil's
that's changed.
fat again,
Oh, does he
thank
get fat
goodness.
again?
Oh, he's so fat again. It's
He was
great.
still kind of jacked when I saw him in New York.
Who's Cecil?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
you
Cecil says.
You don't know who Cecil is?
Yeah.
Verbal rights.
Hello.
Verbal rights got some explaining to do. If you would, Flash. Verbal. What is going on, dude?
What?
Beer goggles really are a thing. What's this one?
That's a man.
Jesus
It's a
Christ.
soulless man.
There's not enough beer in the world, man. What the fuck?
Yeesh.
Yeah, there you go.
Let me get a couple super chats here. NY Finest for 20 says there was a Bellator MMA fighter who dated a OnlyFans model and spent $45K on her. This guy wasted money he could have used when his body starts to fail on him later in his life. Monster Hunter Wild is awesome.
I agree.
I've heard.
Silver Screen Psychopathy for 20 says the worst thing about all women being shit is that what's the alternative? I ain't going homo. So I guess I'm stuck with crazy because they're all friggin' crazy. Love the show. Saturday Night Ritual. Thank you, my friend.
You can get
Yeah, all women are just a tad crazy.
Yep, they've all got a little
Very
bit of
true. It's that
It all
estrogen.
depends on how they feel about you too. That's the other thing. Yeah.
And women are more emotional.
Like, the more they love you, the crazier they are.
That's true too. Yeah. Nick Spurlock for 20
kinda
says
my
dating
point,
nowadays is too stressful.
Crazy.
It's an ick to just breathe. It's better to just save my money for a house and truck.
Or
those
just
will probably help.
learn some game. Learn some game. That's all, man.
Well, Nick's kind of where I'm at. I'm at this point where I'm like, you know what? Everybody else, I'm just going to get my shit together. If somebody comes along in the meantime, great. Otherwise, I'm not going to go looking for that
Oh
person.
no! Oh my god!
She's back.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Now she's banging old men.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Lily, so this
You
is
mean
funny.
you're saying I got a chance?
She would probably hook up with you, Tom.
I don't know if I'd want to hook up with
Now
that,
you would
man.
be number
You would have to be one of her top
4,760, but you know,
No, I want something real. I don't
Give me
need
a
some
notch.
fucking fake ass shit.
this is, you know what's funny about this Lily Phillips is she's reduced to
I
doing
thought it was Bonnie
sideshow
Blue's one
porn.
that was
No, this
pregnant.
isn't Bonnie Blue. Who knows if they're
No,
actually
she
pregnant.
asked. She
No,
was
they
pregnant.
both said that they're pregnant. They both
Yeah,
like
they're both
announced they're
lying.
pregnant.
yeah, they're both lying.
They're both lying. But she has to do sideshow porn to be up there, and that's what this is. This is sideshow.
Oh,
porn.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I found my oldest fan via Facebook.
He's so
Well,
happy.
what else can you do? Anymore?
Yeah, he is.
Sent me the address of a
You know, if
cafe
anything,
I'd
this
like
is her
to
community
hear with
service.
him and his
These guys
friends.
are
That's
gonna
what she
die.
called
Show
it.
them a good time.
Oh.
Today I'm at the care home visiting my oldest
That
fan.
man would pay any price for Viagra right now.
I found my
He's gonna. She's gonna have sex with both of them.
They're so happy. Good for
They
them.
better be pilled up, man. Pilled up.
They don't even care if like they get an STD. They're like, I'm gonna die tomorrow. I'm gonna bang this 20-year-old.
There's a third one there too. She's gonna
Oh.
have group
Oh
sex
my
with a bunch of
God.
old men. Who's
Dude.
paying to watch this shit?
I don't know. Who wants to see old balls?
Probably the guy that brought her the flower.
And loose skin.
That's the most pathetic guy out of all the people she's been with. Is the guy who like was number 60 winning that? Remember that we watched that documentary, and some bitch loser literally brought that meme to life. You ever seen that where the girl's getting gangbanged and there's a line of guys and one of them has like chocolates and a bouquet behind his back?
You were never gonna let that down. That guy, that poor kid, is gonna have a stigma because of you.
He should.
He was just trying to
I'm
be
not saying
romantic,
he
man.
shouldn't. I'm just saying it is your fault.
Like that dude was ready to
Part of me
marry her
wonders if,
right
like,
there and then.
Is
a
it
part
wrong
of
to
me
want a little
wonders if the
romance?
one that brought the flower was the virgin, because they say that like, hey, I want to lose my virginity. Like it seems like that would be something like they would do to like enhance their own experience, right? Like, oh, this is my first time.
Imagine losing your virginity that way.
It's so sad.
That is terrible.
It's
Terrible.
so sad.
It still makes me think of 1,000 Ways to Die in the West. The guy sitting there with the flowers while he's.
I lost my virginity the old-fashioned way in the back of a Chevy.
Or a Pinto.
I was lured in by Star Trek.
I lost mine. I lost mine in an alleyway in the city after going out.
What?
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
My
Like
girlfriend's
out in the
bad.
open in an alleyway.
Yeah, like and then we went back to the club.
Alleyway?
And the bouncer goes, "Why are you smiling?"
Trying to be like Daredevil or some shit. Alleyway.
She dressed up
Kick
like a
Ass actually
western.
did that. Sorry.
I know he did, yeah.
What'd you say,
mine-
Anna? I talked
Lost
over you.
mine on the beach.
Why am I not surprised?
Sand.
Hey, it wasn't all that, man.
Sand
I
everywhere.
know, but still.
Sand gets everywhere.
Yeah,
I know, but that's not the
I know.
point.
That's the
it's
thing.
rough and it's coarse and it does
Like,
get
it's
everywhere.
He's missing my point, though. Of course, he had like some.
Romantic.
It wasn't
I got
exactly.
lured in with the guy said he's like, I've never seen Star Trek before. Can you
Ah,
tell me
yeah, the old trick.
You told this story a couple
Yeah,
times
yeah,
now.
I know,
She got-
I know.
She got the old trick. Come on over and we'll watch a movie.
Wish that
And that
worked still.
fucking works though.
Star Trek because he wanted me to explain it to him.
Yeah,
and
and the funny thing was, is he didn't really care.
He didn't give
Star
about
Trek.
Star
Didn't
Trek.
it?
He did
No.
not give
He
a
just
fuck.
saw you as a geeky girl that he could nail. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
He
but
played
you're
his cards
100%
really
right.
well. He actually did play his cards really
That's
the
the-
well.
only
did.
one
He-
that
he-
would work on.
He
and it
managed.
worked.
It is the best, the oldest trick in the book. It's involved in Netflix and chill, but come over and watch a movie is
Yeah.
probably one of the
Worked for
greatest
me.
lines. Yeah, man, it does. It's
Yeah,
a
I
classic.
didn't know that was a line back then.
Well, it used to be more of a bigger deal, like because like VCRs weren't cheap back in the day. So if a guy had a VCR, that was a sign that
You knew he was a baller.
Yeah.
I got Betamax, lady.
Not only do I have a VCR, I got Betamax.
I got
which meant
Betamax.
You had money.
Okay.
Come over, we'll watch a laser disc.
I'm
If
not
you had,
bad.
oh yeah,
With you, I got Star Wars on laser disc.
yeah.
Disc.
So
Which
she was
is-
born a little after Laserdisc.
I know.
Oh yeah. Laserdisc was
By the
fast. I
time
didn't know what the hell
DVD
it
rolled
was.
around, everybody had
I got
DVDs.
the
So
Blu-ray DVD.
yeah, everybody had that. So nobody cared about that.
I put Bonnie Blue picking up her blue Ferrari in the private chat if you wanted to share that, Flash.
Oh,
Did
God.
you see that?
No, I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a couple super chats here. Mr. Burger for 20 says Rhino and Tom need to stop this imposter syndrome nonsense. You two dudes are awesome. A weekend with Mr. Burger, the ladies' man, you'll be swimming in bras.
Look, here's the thing.
Mr.
This
Burger
just shows
trivia
you,
after cast.
like we're nerds. We're the nerds on the panel. We get it. And I
Pretty
love
sure
Rhino
Mr.
'cause
Burger is loaded.
The sad part for Rhino is in the US he'd be a good looking dude, but I bet down in Australia because everybody's like outback type
Sounds
folks.
worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sound like
So
everyone.
are you saying
Yeah.
that Rhino is Australia ugly?
Yes.
Wow.
That's me.
And
But I'm
he's
America,
fine
but I'm
with it.
America hot. I'm
He's
American
fine with it.
smoking hot.
Exactly. He's America. Now, like I'm probably maybe, I don't know, Japanese hot because of sumo or something. I don't, maybe. That's it. I got nothing. I got nothing.
You'd be able to get a good Chinese girl.
Marco
Maybe.
Esquindoles became a member. Thank you.
Any
Yeah,
Chinese girls
just
out
go
there
to the
listening?
Philippines.
Wait, what color are your eyes? Those Asians like blue eyes.
I do have blue eyes.
There
Well,
you
there
go.
you go.
Silver Screen Psychopathy again for 20 says, when I turned 30, I met and dated a 20-year-old for a couple of years. I would not recommend it. Talk
Yeah.
about crazy, fun, absolutely worth the headache. God, no. Life is a trip.
100%. I agree with every single point in that statement.
She would need to be at
Absolutely,
least
but-
over 21 for me,
God.
because where do you go? Applebee's? Like, you know, like, I want to go to a bar and have a couple drinks and talk. I mean,
You
that's
go
what,
to
that's the best way to
Showbiz
go do
Pizza
it.
or what?
Good Chuck E. Cheese.
I would have to.
Yeah,
We'd have
take
to
it
ask
Chuck E.
Cecil.
Cheese.
Bacon, and,
Where did they first hang out before she could drink?
bacon and
at
eggs
the
on
bar?
toast, Flash.
I took her to Toys R Us.
Where is Cecil? He should get in here. He's got the
He spends
lead.
his weekends with his girlfriend.
Yeah, he's
now.
always with his lady.
I think he said it was okay if I did his voice anyway, so I
Fucking
can
pussy
pretend to
whip.
be him.